as a broker or as a client at the end of the day is a service, is a screen where you are allowed to trade, place your orders, track them, and so forth. What you don't see is everything that is behind that, what it takes to get this service to the level that you are expecting and to the value that you're also expecting. So what really happens is, in order to get the service to the end user, there has to be a lot of components. So starting from the very bottom part, which is the data center infrastructure, where this environment is hosted. Then you have to have the network infrastructure in order to connect to that environment, as well as for that environment to connect to the relevant exchanges and relevant back-end systems. Just simply to put some taxonomy, and so that we all have a common understanding, that component of the infrastructure, where you take your server systems or your hardware system and locate it somewhere where there is continuous power, there is the cooling that is required, there is the fire suppression system, and all the management of that basic environment, that is called co-location in the industry's terms. Then you basically place this hardware along with its operating environment and operating system and so forth. On top of that, naturally, especially for the financial services, security is very critical component. So there is a lot of security components that are added on top of that without getting too technical about that. Then managing this environment is called the managed hosting environment. So if somebody is placing their equipment, and then the provider is providing basic management capabilities, that is called the managed hosting. Some people call it managed co-location or managed hosting. It's more or less the same. Then on top of that, there are the actual applications. What is the software that's running on this? Could be databases, there could be some application environments and so forth. So on top of this comes your application area. Now, if you're also managing the application and you're leasing the hardware, so the customer doesn't have to own the physical hardware, that becomes a fully managed environment.